Good day, everyone. Today, I will take you through a detailed summary of one of the most influential spiritual and self-help books ever written, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Published in 1997, this book has sold millions of copies worldwide and has been translated into dozens of languages. It became internationally popular after being recommended by Oprah Winfrey, and it has influenced readers seeking greater peace, emotional balance, and self-awareness. Unlike many self-help books that focus on achieving success, wealth, or productivity, The Power of Now asks a much deeper question. Why do human beings suffer, even when many of their external problems have been solved? Eckhart Tolle argues that the answer lies in our relationship with our own minds. According to him, most psychological suffering comes from living mentally in the past or the future, instead of fully experiencing the present moment in the present one. This simple but profound idea forms the foundation of the entire book.
The author's personal story. The book begins with Eckhart Tolle sharing his own life-changing experience. During his 20s, he struggled with severe depression, anxiety, and constant emotional pain. Every day felt like a burden, and he reached a point where life seemed impossible to continue. One night, overwhelmed by despair, he found himself thinking, "I cannot live with myself any longer." As he reflected on those words, an unexpected question appeared in his mind. If I cannot live with myself, then who is the I and who is the myself? This question completely changed his understanding of consciousness. He realized there appeared to be two parts within him.
The thinking mind, filled with fear and negativity, and another silent awareness that simply observed those thoughts. After this realization, he experienced a deep inner stillness, unlike anything he had ever known. His anxiety disappeared, and he awakened the next morning with a profound sense of peace. Years later, after studying and reflecting on this experience, he wrote The Power of Now to help others discover the same inner freedom.
Peace that is independent of external circumstances. The human mind. One of the strongest arguments in the book concerns the nature of the human mind. Our minds continuously produce thoughts. Many researchers estimate that people experience thousands of thoughts every day. Although the exact number varies and is difficult to measure scientifically, it is clear that our minds are constantly active. Unfortunately, many of these thoughts are repetitive, fearful, self-critical, or focused on problems. Tolle argues that the problem is not thinking itself. Thinking is a useful tool. The problem begins when we become completely identified with our thoughts. Instead of saying, "I am experiencing anxious thoughts," we say, "I am anxious." Instead of recognizing anger as a temporary emotion, we become the anger itself. This identification creates unnecessary suffering. You are not your mind. One of the book's most famous statements is, "You are not your mind." According to Tolle, your mind is something you possess, just as you possess your hands or your eyes. It is a powerful instrument, but it is not your true identity. Behind every thought exists awareness.
That awareness quietly observes everything. When you become aware that you are thinking, you have already stepped beyond the thought itself. This awareness is what Tolle considers your true self. Watching your thoughts. Rather than trying to stop thinking completely, Tolle encourages readers to become observers. Imagine standing beside a road while cars pass by. The cars represent your thoughts.
You do not run after every car. You simply watch them come and go. The same approach can be applied to the mind. Observe your thoughts without judging them. Notice them. Allow them to pass naturally. Over time, the mind becomes quieter. An inner peace begins to emerge.
The ego. Another important concept is the ego. The ego is the false identity we create from external things. It says, I am my career. I am my possessions. I am my achievements. I am my reputation. I am my appearance. Because these things constantly change, the ego constantly feels threatened. It seeks approval. It compares itself with others. It fears failure. It wants recognition. It becomes jealous when others succeed. According to Tolle, much of human conflict originates from the ego defending its imaginary identity. True freedom begins when we stop defining ourselves through external circumstances.
Psychological time. The author makes an important distinction between two types of time. The first is clock time. Clock time is practical. We need it to plan meetings, schedule appointments, prepare for exams, and organize daily life. The second is psychological time. Psychological time is living mentally in regrets about yesterday or fears about tomorrow. Tolle argues that psychological time creates anxiety because the mind constantly imagines problems that do not exist in the present moment. The pain body. One of the book's most original
ideas is the concept of the pain body. The pain body represents accumulated emotional pain from our past. Every disappointment, every rejection, every betrayal, every loss, every humiliation. These experiences leave emotional energy behind. Sometimes a small event activates this stored pain. A simple criticism, a disagreement, someone forgetting to call. Suddenly, our emotional reaction becomes far stronger than the situation itself. The pain body has taken control. Tolle explains that awareness weakens the pain body. The moment we observe our emotions without becoming them, they begin losing their power. Acceptance. Acceptance is another central teaching. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It does not mean approving injustice or refusing to solve problems. Instead, it means first accepting reality exactly as it exists. Only after accepting the present can we respond wisely. When we mentally argue with reality, we create additional suffering. Acceptance allows clear thinking and effective action. As Tolle summarizes, accept first, act second.
Relationships. The book also explores relationships. Many relationships become struggles because both partners are controlled by their egos. Each wants to be right. Each seeks validation. Each expects the other person to provide lasting happiness. When two unconscious egos interact, conflict naturally follows. Healthy relationships develop when individuals become more aware, more present, and more accepting. Instead of trying to change the other person, they first observe their own emotional reactions.
Everyday practice. Tolle insists that presence is not limited to meditation. It can be practiced throughout ordinary life. While drinking tea, notice the warmth of the cup. While walking, feel each step touching the ground. While washing dishes, focus completely on the movement of your hands. While listening to someone, give them your full attention instead of planning your response.
Even waiting in traffic becomes an opportunity to practice awareness rather than frustration. Every ordinary moment becomes meaningful when experienced consciously. Memorable expressions. Several expressions
from the book have inspired millions of readers. The present moment is all you ever have. Wherever you are, be there totally. Life is now. What you resist persists. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever possess. These expressions remind readers that peace is not found somewhere in the future. It exists only in the present. Practical lessons. The book offers practical habits that anyone can practice. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Take slow, conscious breaths. Notice sensations within your body. Spend a few minutes each day in silence. Accept the present before trying to change it. Reduce unnecessary mental distractions. Listen carefully when others speak. Spend time in nature. Practice gratitude for ordinary experiences. These simple habits gradually strengthen awareness and reduce emotional suffering.
A balanced perspective. Although The Power of Now has inspired millions of readers, it has also received criticism. Some readers find its spiritual language difficult to understand. Others believe certain concepts, such as the pain body, are philosophical rather than scientifically established psychological theories. Modern research does support many mindfulness practices that resemble some of Tolle's recommendations. Studies have found that mindfulness meditation can help reduce stress, improve attention, enhance emotional regulation, and support overall mental well-being. However, these findings do not confirm every spiritual claim made in the book, and mindfulness is not a substitute for professional treatment when someone is experiencing serious mental health conditions. Reading the book with both openness and critical thinking allows readers to benefit from its practical insights.
A balanced perspective. Although The Power of Now has inspired millions of readers, it has also received criticism. Some readers find its spiritual language difficult to understand. Others believe certain concepts, such as the pain body, are philosophical rather than scientifically established psychological theories. Modern research does support many mindfulness practices that resemble some of Tolle's recommendations. Studies have found that mindfulness meditation can help reduce stress, improve attention, enhance emotional regulation, and support overall mental well-being. However, these findings do not confirm every spiritual claim made in the book, and mindfulness is not a substitute for professional treatment when someone is experiencing serious mental health conditions. Reading the book with both openness and critical thinking allows readers to benefit from its practical insights while recognizing the difference between evidence-based psychology and spiritual philosophy.
Conclusion. The greatest lesson of The Power of Now is both simple and transformative. Our minds constantly pull us toward memories of the past or worries about the future. Yet life itself unfolds only in this present moment. When we stop identifying with every thought, accept reality as it is, and bring our full attention to the present, we begin to experience greater peace, clarity, and freedom. The book does not promise a life without challenges. Instead, it teaches that even during difficult circumstances, we can change our relationship with those experiences by becoming fully aware of the present. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, happiness is not something waiting in the future. Peace is not hidden in yesterday. The only place where life truly exists The only place where change is possible, the only place where freedom can be experienced is now. Thank you.